Kira, back with another video. I'm in a different studio today, not my bedroom, not on my bed this time. I'm in my mom's studio. I just changed it around to make it my own, added my little Buddhas in here. Okay, so today's video is going to be a topic that I know a lot of people don't talk about, especially like my age group. We don't really talk about this. I mean, me and my friends do, but like a lot of people my age don't talk about this. This like idea, thought, this like lifestyle, I guess you would call it, is not really talked about now, like with my age group. So this may be an unpopular opinion, possibly. So because this topic is not talked about too much with my age group, I know that a lot of people may not agree with me. You may agree with me, you may not. If you don't. So my topic for today is why you should wait until you're married to have sex. That is my topic. Okay, so all my notes are on my phone. So if you see me looking down, it's my notes. I will start off this video by saying that, number one, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite because I did not wait until I was married to have sex. I'm not a virgin. I'm also not telling you what to do. This is not a like, this is what you have to do or you're wrong video. This is just something that I want to tell girls and guys, not even just in high school, honestly, in life, in my age group, in like, I don't care if you're like 20, 30, 40, 50, it doesn't matter. So with that being said, no, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I will tell you that this is, I'm going to give you like my personal experiences. So I will tell you now too, I'm not going to like hold anything back. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer whatever questions you have, it doesn't matter. So I'm not holding anything back. I'll tell you guys everything so that you can really like get where I'm coming from and get why I'm saying what I'm saying. So let's get into the video. So one of the first things that I want to say, something that my mom always told me growing up, is that when you decide to have sex, there are 3 things that you should have before you decide to do it. So it is insurance, a car, and a ring. Is that the right finger? Yeah, that's the right finger, but there's no ring. So you should have all 3 of those. You should have insurance because if something were to happen to you, like if something, God forbid, something happens to you and you need to go to the doctor, you need to have your own insurance. You don't need to be on your parents' insurance. They don't need to pay for what you decided to go out and do. You need to be able to pay for it yourself. You also need to have a car to get you to the doctor. And then you need to have a ring on your finger because you need to be married. So always remember that. Insurance, car, and a ring. Another reason why you should wait until you're married to have sex is because it puts more trust in your relationship. You also build a friendship instead of just a relationship like based off of sex. If you are constantly, let's say you met someone and you hung out with them maybe like twice, and then you guys decided to like have sex on the 3rd time, and now you guys are dating, and every time you guys hang out you have sex, you really don't know that person, and you also really don't know what they're in it for. You don't know if they're in it just like for the sex. You don't know that person really on like a personal level, a spiritual level, a friendship level. You just know them like on a sexual level. So like I said, I'm going to be using my own personal examples in this video. So this is going to be one of my personal stories. So let's say that you're talking to someone or you're dating someone and you guys have sex and then you stop talking or you break up. That's going to hurt you. Like regardless, a breakup always hurts. But if you had sex with that person, it's gonna hurt like 10 times worse. It's gonna sting. There was someone that I was talking to for maybe like a year, and we did have sex, and then we eventually stopped talking randomly. It wasn't random, but we stopped talking. And I will tell you that if we did not have sex, yes, it still would have sucked. I still would have been like, dang, that kind of sucks. Like, we're not friends anymore. We're not talking anymore. But the fact that we did, it hurt a lot more than it should have. When you have sex with someone, you're literally giving them a piece of you. So that person is always gonna have a piece of me, and now we're not talking. So like this person has walked away and still has a piece of me, and I'm like, it's literally like if you had like, let's say you had this like little, let's say you had a Lego. I don't know why I'm doing this, but let's say there's like a little block Lego, okay? And they take a piece of it. It's always gonna suck that your Lego is one piece down. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's what it's like when you have sex. You're literally giving yourself, you're giving a piece of yourself away. I know that some kids don't feel like they can talk to their parents about sex or talk to their parents about like any of this kind of stuff. That's what my channel is for. I want you guys to be able to, if you have questions, you can even do it anonymously. You don't have to tell me who you are, but if you guys have questions, like the uncomfortable questions that maybe you don't have anyone else to ask, you can always come to me. You can DM me, you can message me. I have Snapchat, I have Twitter, I have Instagram. I'll link it all down below. You can follow me. So another reason is, I know that this is something that they teach you in school. When they teach you sexual education in school, what they tell you is you can get AIDS. If you make sure you use protection. And I'm not saying don't make sure you use protection, but your protection should be a ring. That should be your protection. Your protection should not be birth control. It should not be a condom. I mean, that can be that too when you get married, maybe if you don't want to have kids or whatever the case may be. But your protection, I do say use protection, but I say it in a different way. Your ring should be your protection. Another reason is you'll weed out the people. You'll weed out all the bad people. If you go into any relationship saying like, I'm staying abstinent, I'm not having sex until I'm married, you'll figure out, like, you'll find your husband or your wife or whatever the case is, because that person will wait for you. That's another misconception that I've learned that a lot of the people like in my generation, my age group has, is that you're not gonna find anyone that's gonna wanna wait, like, in this day and age. Like, everyone's had sex and everyone's doing it, but that is not true. I promise you, you'll weed out all those people who are in that little group, and you'll find the person that's meant for you, because they will wait for you. If you are for them, if you're for them and they're for you, they'll wait for you. It's like if someone tells you, if you have a dream to do something, let's say you have a dream to become a doctor, or you have a dream to become a business owner, and they tell you, you have to go through this, you have to go through this, you have to go through that, you have to go through these obstacles to get there. If that person wants it bad enough, they're gonna go through those obstacles to get there. One of those obstacles just happens to be that you're waiting for sex. They will go through that obstacle if they're for you. If they're not, peace out. Another misconception that I know a lot of people have is, because some parents don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation with their kids, they'll just say, God says don't have sex until you're married. But yes, God says don't have sex until you're married, but that does not mean that God doesn't want you to have sex. He just doesn't want you to have sex out of marriage. He wants you to have sex when you're married. He wants it to be, it's going to be great when you're with the right person. When you're with the person that you're meant to be with. When you're with the person that puts a ring on it. You know, in this day and age, it's a lot harder to kind of stick to that, because we have social media. So we're seeing sex on TV, we're seeing it in movies, we're seeing it on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Tumblr, on Facebook. Like, we're seeing it everywhere. So yeah, it is hard to resist that if that's what you're constantly filling your mind up. But that means that you need to either follow different people, or maybe find a group of friends that wants to wait with you. And going back to like the movie thing, sex is not like movies, let me tell you that. It may be when you get married, and that's maybe it'll be like, it will be, let me not say maybe, it will be like the fairy tales when you get married. It will not be like that until you're married, until you're with the person that you're meant to be with. So I lost my virginity when I was 17 years old. Like I said, I'm not holding anything back from you guys. I'm telling you guys like it is. I'm telling you everything. I lost my virginity actually in the woods. I was outside. I was not with the person. I am to this day still friends with the person who I actually lost my virginity to. He was 16 at the time and I was 17. And actually right after, the boy who I lost my virginity to did not talk to me. I would say it was like for a couple months until we like became friends again. And we kind of just sort of became friends again. But during that time that we didn't talk, it really sucked. Let me tell you, it sucked. Another thing that you won't have to worry about if you wait until you're married to have sex, you won't have to worry about if that person is like out there having sex with other people and you're comparing yourself to other people constantly. You won't have to wonder like, I wonder if they're like having sex with someone else right now. And casual sex has kind of become a thing in like my generation, which I don't think that it should have ever become a thing, but it is. So I basically just want to tell you guys, just wait until you're married. I promise you, it's worth it. And I also promise you that there is someone who will wait to have sex with you. Don't listen to the people who are telling you that there's no one who's going to wait in this day and age, because there is. It's your husband or your wife. I actually have a friend who is in college. She's actually still a virgin. She is 20 years old. And she's waiting actually by choice. She's not waiting because she's forced to. She's not waiting because she doesn't have guys who don't want to have sex with her. She's waiting by choice. She actually told me a story about how her and her friends were all sitting at a lunch table just having lunch one day, and they all ended up just started talking about their sexual experiences. And my friend is a very conscious person. She's not the type of person to be like this the whole time while you're talking, or if something like gets uncomfortable, she's not going to be like, or while in the middle of your talking or she's on her phone, she's not like that. So she actually told me that during this time that she was like this the entire time that they were talking, because it was such an uncomfortable conversation for her, because she felt like she had nothing to contribute to that conversation. And let me tell you, that's a good conversation to not be a part of. Let me just tell you. Because I'm sure those people all had stories about, oh yeah, I thought I was pregnant, and oh yeah, I thought that I could have caught something, but she doesn't have that story. So something that she struggles with is her, in those moments where everyone's talking about it, she's like, maybe I should just do it. Maybe I should just get it over with so I can have something to contribute to those conversations. And she also told me that she feels like when she does find a person that she's dating, she feels like they're gonna be like, well, that's lame that you haven't had sex. Every single guy that's watching this video, please tell me if you would ever think that it's lame that someone has not had sex before. That's like the prize person. This is a message to all of like everyone who's not had sex yet, all of the virgins. Stay like that. Stay pure. Don't have sex. Don't do it just because everyone's talking about it. That is the one. That's a good conversation to be left out of. Now, maybe if all of your friends are talking about like how much money they make and you're broke coming to that table, maybe that's a conversation you might want to like get yourself in. Hang out with those people more. Try to figure out how they're making money. But the people who all they're talking about is sex, and you're not a part of that conversation because you haven't done that before, that's an okay conversation to be left out of, let me tell you. Also, another thing that a lot of people in my generation, not even just my generation really, even older people, have this misconception that like, oh, if I go have sex with him, maybe he'll make me his girlfriend. That is not the case. That is actually the complete opposite. If you go have sex with that person, they're like, alright, I already got her, I'm done with her now, like, on to the next one. So just remember that, and don't think that you're going to be the one person that changes the game because you've got it all going on. Like, no. You've got the same thing that she's got. He can get it from you, her. So be the one person that he can't get it from. Be the one person that has rules. Be the one person that has respect for themselves enough to be like, I'm not doing that just because. Let me give you an example. Let's say that one of your friends likes Beyonce. Let's say that there's a guy that likes Beyonce and he wants to have sex with her. If Beyonce says, you have to marry me to have sex with me, guess what he's gonna do? He's looking up rings. So you have to ask for what you want. If you want to wait until you're married to have sex, you have to ask for that. You have to be strong enough to ask for what you want. And you have to be strong enough to stick to what you're gonna say. Don't say that you're not going to have sex with someone and then you do it, and then the next day you're like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. We're going to wait until we're married. You've already done it. If there's anything that you guys take away from this video, I really just want it to be that, you know, boy or girl, that you're worth the wait, that you should wait. I hope you wait. And to all my people who aren't virgins, because I know there are going to be people who are watching this video who want to be abstinent, who aren't virgins, it's not too late to change your mind. It's not too late. Like, you don't, obviously you're not a virgin anymore, but you can become abstinent. You can wait until marriage to have sex with someone. You don't have to have sex with someone just because you're like, whatever, I've already had sex. Like, alright, like, you can change your mind and you can wait. There's no rules. So I really hope that you guys learned something from this video. I really hope that it helped you. Maybe if that was something that you were struggling with, I hope that it helped you. If you have any friends or cousins or anyone like maybe going into high school, or maybe someone that's still a virgin, or someone that wants to become abstinent and they're not a virgin and they're struggling with how do I change my mind or how do I like go about this, make sure you show them this video. It may be helpful to them. So I'll link all my social media down below. If you have any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments, or you can privately message me. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next Monday.